In April of 1963, the WWE Championship, then known as the WWF Championship, was introduced. Since then, there have been 54 different champions, and the title have changed hands a whopping 149 times. The longest reign came at the hands of Bruno Sammartino at 2,803 days, while the shortest reign was by Andre the Giant in a few minutes. However, most reigns so far is John Cena with a whopping 14 reigns, while Randy Orton comes in second on 10 reigns, followed by Triple H of 9 reigns, and then The Rock. But what does it take to become a great WWE champion? And today we're gonna make a list how to make it. Who was the greatest one? Well, first we need to establish some rules. What do I base this on? I base this on several things. First, the ability to draw. Can you draw a crowd while being champion? Not outside, but while being champion. Did you have any lengthy title reigns? What was your dominance as a champion? Were you very dominant, or were you not very dominant as a champion? How many title reigns did you have? Did you have 1? Did you have 14 as John Cena? Or how many did you have? What about the challengers? Did you have any challengers of prominence? Or was it just you didn't have any challengers? And did you have any memorable title runs? Because you could have had, for example, 3 title runs and not been champion for so many days, like Mankind. What historical impact did the title run have, or the title runs? And also, from a kayfabe perspective, the dominance. How dominant was the champion? Undertaker was a very dominant champion back in the day, or dominant as a wrestler, should say. But was he dominant as a champion? Well, now I'm going to list the champions one by one from 20 to 1. Come with me. Number 20, you have the rated superstar Edge, 4-time WWE champion. Although he never had a lengthy run, but it was quite memorable. Number 19, Kurt Angle, also a 4-time WWE champion, main eventing WrestleMania, fought the likes of Brock Lesnar. Number 18, Yokozuna, one of the monster heels who kept the title for a long time before losing it to Bret Hart. But it was more interesting. He defeated none other than Bret Hitman Hart and then the immortal Hulk Hogan for the title. So this Samoan superstar will forever be remembered as the one who almost ended Hulkamania. Then you have the Ultimate Warrior as a champion, very dominant, never lost. Although it was only in a feud with Ravishing Rick Rude, but destroyed the likes of Haku and some others on the TV. But other than that, the Ultimate Warrior never had a big dominant title run. He had a dominant title run, but it wasn't... He didn't get the right challengers. He defeated the immortal Hulk Hogan for the title when Hulk Hogan was at his peak. That itself is a feat. And number 15, the Legend Killer, Randy Orton. He is a 10-time WWE champion. If he had any major memorable title runs and title defenses, maybe it should be placed higher, but he didn't. So I'll place him here at number 15. Then, number 14, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. He defeated the tribal chief Roman Reigns for a memorable title win, and since then he took on every comer there is, and is very new as a champion, so I don't put him higher than that, because in a 10 years time maybe he's going to climb the ladder. And then we have CM Punk. His legendary 434-day reign ended to the great one, The Rock. But CM Punk, an excellent heel, took on all comers, Bryan Danielson among others. And then we have Stone Cold Steve Austin at number 12. And why do I not put him any higher? Because Stone Cold Steve Austin, arguably the greatest superstar of all time, maybe next to Hulk Hogan and The Rock. But did he have any lengthy title runs? No, he didn't. He usually chased the title, or had short runs that involved screw finishes, where he was screwed out of the title. So while he was arguably one of the greatest superstars ever, if it was based on that only, he would have been placed a lot higher. 6-time WWE champion though. And then we have number 11, The Rock. An 8-time WWE champion through generations, the ability to draw. He came back and defeated CM Punk a few years back. But The Rock, as Stone Cold Steve Austin, would be placed much higher on the list if it wasn't for the fact that The Rock never had any lengthy title reigns. He had multiple title reigns, but he was mainly feuding with Triple H and Mankind, or whoever it was. But anyway, when I think of great champions, these are not the two names that pops up first in my mind. However, when we start talking about great champions, Heartbreak Kid is one of them. 3-time WWE champion. And he had some memorable runs with Vader, Bret Hart, Ken Shamrock, and of course Stone Cold Steve Austin. And not to forget The Undertaker. At number 9 we have the superstar Billy Graham. The man who defeated Bruno Sammartino for his second run. And he held the title for 9 to 10 months or whatever it was. He was a dominant heel champion, unheard of back in the day in WWE. WWE was mainly a face territory. And Billy Graham, a predecessor to Hulk Hogan, with his 22-inch pythons, is legendary. He had feuds with Harley Race, Ric Flair, and others. I'm not sure about Ric Flair, but Dusty Rhodes he had. And then, number 9, The Game, Triple H. 9-time WWE champion. Held the title so many times, but just like The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin, he didn't have too many memorable title wins. He probably had, but they blend in, not many stand out during his time as a champion. Then we have the All-American Bob Backlund. First became WWE champion in 1978 and held the title up until 1983. Losing it to the Iron Sheik. Due to the fact of a lengthy run and lots of challengers, I placed Bob Backlund on number 8. After Bob Backlund, we have the 2-time WWE champion, the Macho Man, Randy Savage. While Savage's second run was not as memorable, his first run was way more memorable. He took on challengers like the legendary Virgil, the $1 Million Man, Andre the Giant, and others. At the peak when Hulkamania was at its greatest, Macho Man Randy Savage was the king of WWE. Number 6. The Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. He entered the WWE in 2002. It just took him a month to become WWE champion. Since then, to this day, whenever he is involved, he's always considered WWE championship material and been a threat to the title. He's an 7-time WWE champion and is a good draw. He draws like few does. He puts asses in those seats, and he's believable, he's dominant, and he can wrestle. And now to the top 5. Number 5. The Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. One of the greatest champions ever due to the fact of his lengthy run and his memorable bloodline feud he had with all the other ones, including John Cena, Cody Rhodes, AJ Styles, Drew McIntyre, just to mention a few. He has a dual champion at the time, also holding the Universal title. Then, number 4. The Hitman, Bret Hart. The best there is, the best there was, and the best there will be. 5-time WWE champion. Few, if any, was as good as Bret in the ring, and when I think of WWE Champions, one of the first ones that comes to mind is Bret Hart. However, others I think of more. At number 3, you have Bruno Sammartino. Why? Because he held the title longer than any other superstar in WWE history, a record that probably will never ever be broken. His downfall is 2 reasons. He wasn't at the pay-per-view time at the High Impact, and, as Ric Flair said, he was only drawing in the Northeast. The national stage, he wasn't drawing as good. But a champion, one of the best ever. And now we go for number 2. John Cena, of course. The 14-time WWE champion and 3-time World Heavyweight champion, John Cena. Arguably one of the best wrestlers of all time, or best WWE champions of all time. Multiple pay-per-views, main eventing WrestleManias more than many, not named Hulk Hogan, Roman Reigns, and Triple H. And then at number 1, you guessed it, it's the immortal one, Hulk Hogan. He held the title for whooping 6 times. He started 2 wrestling booms, one including in 1984 with pinning the Iron Sheik for the WWE Championship. After that, he was a dominant factor in the wrestling world, took on all the challengers from King Kong Bundy, Andre the Giant, the Macho Man, Sid Justice, Yokozuna, and the list goes on. So, there you have it, people. From 20 to 1. But what do you think? Who are your favorites? I assume that some of you don't like the Warrior, don't like Hogan, or whoever you don't like. Why is that?